What is going on, family? And we are back. You know, there was a point in time where I thought I was never even going to make this video. I never thought we were going to come back to it. I thought we were going to keep going. But every once in a while, y'all keep hitting me in the comments and y'all be like, are you ever going to finish If Nevermore? And I went and I listened to the project again to lead myself up to this point, to familiarize myself with this entire If Nevermore project, to come back to these last two songs. We're going to hit the last two songs today, friend. He just dropped a new video and a new song, but we gotta finish If Nevermore because I feel like this is gonna be something that has been holding on to my channel's spirit for quite a bit now, and I have to put it in the closing door on this chapter. I had to. It's been so long since we started this journey that we have to close it now. We have to, and then we gotta get caught up on the new stuff. You gotta get caught up on the new stuff. Okay. See Myself, there's a video. Apparently I didn't even see this either. So man, I feel like there's a couple of them. So let's get into it. Like I said, I was going on the track list and I was like, man, it's just like one after the other with like just banger through the entire album. Man. It's so good from start to finish. And let's get down to these last two tracks, man. See Myself, let's do it.
I don't wanna see myself. 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 I don't wanna say things that I might regret. I would just keep my mouth shut till I'm not a threat. Tell me that I'm rotten to the core, but I don't wanna be this anymore.
Oh my god, it's like a depression song, and then throw on some beats to start dancing. Crazy. I was sitting there thinking like through the visual of the video, the sound and all of that. I'm like, man, this is just straight up dark depression. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to see myself anymore. Like, it's just, again, I feel like that's all the depression coming out in the form of a song, right? You know what I mean? Where I feel like a lot of times, like, it's easy to kind of like, especially when you deal with depression specifically, you know what I mean? When you notice it and see it in others, you know what I mean? So like I said, like, you know, I don't look at Suburban as one of these people that like is like crazy always dealing with depression, but like through like when it comes to like the storytelling of the music, especially this project, this is a life cycle, you know what I mean? So like, you know, in the life cycle of this story, there is going to be some depression in there, you know what I mean? And I feel like this is definitely, we've touched on it so much throughout this entire project that it's like we've gotten there. Like we go through the ups and downs through a lot of this project. So like this song, I feel like that's all it straight is. And then I'm like, to add like the upbeat like club sound to it, like when it's like, again, it's got a very like down tone to it, you know what I mean? It's been awesome. I feel like the other thing that I noticed in this too is like I feel like throughout this entire project is a very similar bag of sounds, right? Where it's like these are the 40-50 sounds that we did, and when they all kind of like mesh together throughout this entire project. I feel like a lot of the representation of like some of the stuff in the video too is supposed to like kind of like tie to the fact that like a lot of this is like in the DNA. I don't know, man. Maybe today I'm finally picking up on some of the symbology in one of these videos. But like I say, I feel like it's hitting a little too close to home today. I don't wanna see myself.
see myself. I don't wanna say things that I might regret. I'll just keep my mouth shut till I'm not a threat. Tell me that I'm rotten to the core. No, I don't wanna be me anymore.
To hit us with that, I don't want to be me anymore with a little like beat drop is crazy, man. It's crazy. How's he gonna do us like that? Oh man, like I said, this is one of those times where I feel like his videos are always super artistic, but I feel like for me, I feel like that's all that all this video was representation of. That was like all the feelings of like the down, you know what I mean? The and all of its flavors. In all of its flavors, man. I feel like that's all the visuals were in this entire thing. That's all I saw this entire video. Like I said, man, I've said this in so many of his videos, I think already, that I feel like he just doesn't make bad music. He did like everything he does is amazing. I think it's always incredibly artistic. I think that it's intriguing. I feel like there's always like thought behind it, even if it sounds like and you don't get it. You know what I mean? Like, you know, that's the thing. It's like, you know, I feel like who the fuck knows, man, if I'm right half the time or not when it comes to some of the my takes on what these songs mean or whatever, or what I take away from them. But I think that's kind of the point, right? It's like art is supposed to be just something that I think invokes thought and emotion out of people. And I feel like everything that he does always does that, even if I don't always understand exactly what I'm seeing in the moment or hearing. You know what I mean? But I feel like when it comes to this If Nevermore project, man, I feel like it has been pretty straightforward that this is like a love story's journey. You know what I mean? And, you know, you're just going through the roller coaster of emotions throughout this entire thing. So I just really loved this journey, even though it's taken us forever to get here, documented wise. You know what I'm saying? We are finally here to the final song of this project, When I Can't Make You Mine, Visualizer. Right there, When I Can't Make You Mine. Again, this entire thing has been a love story, friends. This entire thing has been a love story, and like the coolest, saddest, most emo, like just everything about it vibes. But just so great. So great, man. I feel like there's not a lot of artists out here anymore that are really making this kind of quality of music, and I feel like it just shows with everything that he releases, man. With everything that he releases, I think it's just like is amazing. All right, let's do it. When I Can't Make You Mine, closing out this project.
And it stings like a knife. My blood clots when I can't make you mine. When I can't make you mine. When I can't make you mine. You mine.
Oh my god, for this being the icing of the cake of the album, that's crazy. This beat is stupid. With the little melodies and everything? It's almost like an instrumental. I think it's so fucking fire. Oh my god, bro. I almost spoke too soon with artisticness and all that shit in the last song. Holy fuck. Like I said, that's what you choose to put the icing on the cake for this album, man? Holy fuck. That's how you fucking close a project, dude. That is how you close a project. I gotta look up the lyrics for this one, though. Because he did have some lyrics in here. And we don't do this enough with him. We don't break down his lyrics enough. This I don't think that we have. When I can't make you mine lyrics. Nope. Suburban. They put the A's and the A's in there. Do I stink? I loved how he started off with that. Do I stink of jealousy or pride? He's like, basically, I'm one or the other, man. I'm one or the other. There's a thin line between love and hate. You know what I'm saying? There's a thin line between jealousy or pride. Seems I make you cry near every night. When will you grow tired of my voice? You know how to keep me as a boy? I've lost, and it stings like a knife. Lost boy. You see what he did there? Keep me as a boy. I've lost boys. I think that's a coincidence, but is it? And it stings like a knife. My blood clots when I can't make you mine. Seems I make you cry in here every night when you grow tired of my voice. I feel that, man. I feel that. I feel like a lot of times it's also that's the inner depression talking to you, right? Where like you almost feel like you're not good enough for people, and so you push people away and you do these kinds of things to make other people upset or to hurt them inadvertently sometimes, right? To make them cry. Right? To make them cry every night. I do something that seems to make you cry every night. When will you get sick of it? Man, I definitely feel that shit, bro. I feel that. Man, I can't get over how fucking sick this is for an outro. You know what I mean? I feel like what else are you gonna do? You know what I mean? I feel like this is it. I feel like that's it. You know what I mean? Again, I feel like I just need to like say everything I said about the first song all over again. And like every video that we've done is like, I feel like I just have repeated myself over and over again. Where it's just the same thing every time. I feel the same way every time I listen to the next thing like from him. And a lot of times he renders me speechless, where it's just like, I don't even know what to say in the moment, but I'm like, man, it's always sick. It's always moving, and it's always like captivating. Always. You know what I mean? Like I said, I don't think he makes anything bad. There's nothing that he's made where I was just like, that ain't it. You know what I mean? It's always a form of art where it's like, whether or not, how many times you come back to it or whatever, you can't say it's bad. You can't say it's bad or that's, it's terrible or anything like right. That it's I feel like to me, it's almost undeniably art that way. But yeah, man, what an amazing project. What an amazing project. Like I said, going through this album again today and like kind of listening to it and getting up to this point to kind of come out here and close this album out with the video today, I just was sitting there thinking, I'm like, man, this is such an amazing project. So good. I feel like it's so underrated. It's so underrated like that. Like I feel like more people need to be on it. You know what I mean? I'm like, it's so good. I understand now why when I hesitated on those tickets, as soon as that album came out, people were like buying those tickets. Like amazing project through and through, man. Through and through. There's no skips on it. Man. This is one of those times where, you know, it's a whole body of work here. You know what I mean? It's a whole body of work. In like the best ways, man. What an amazing project this is. But yeah, we'll be back very soon for the new song. What's this song called? Yeah, I'm gonna have to try to say it now, so that way y'all can tell me how to really say it in a minute. What's this song called again? Hireth? Hireth? H-I-R-A. I'm gonna Google it already because I don't. We gotta see how stupid I am. Is this something that I should know already? Especially in the context of Wales, deep longing or something, especially one's home.
Hireth.
Yeah, I'm stupid, friends. Not even close with that name. Hireth. Did I spell it? Hireth? Okay, yep, that's what he called it. All right, so yeah, we'll be back soon to listen to that new song, Hireth. Hireth from Suburban, friends. All right, y'all, that's all I got for this one. Be kind to a stranger. Tell somebody you love them. And if you haven't joined the Foxtrot family, there's always room for you.